all go. Great. Well, good morning and welcome to what we think is the first ever live stream session for World Refrigeration Day. We're very lucky here in New Zealand to be the first country in the world to experience World Refrigeration Day, 26th of June, on this very cool morning. As my 8-year-old son said to me this morning when we were driving in, the thermometer flashed up at 4 degrees and the little icicle warning came up, so I thought that was very appropriate thing to happen. In celebrating World Refrigeration Day today, we are at the Manukau Institute of Technology in Otara here in Auckland, New Zealand. And we are here to raise the profile and talk about refrigeration and air conditioning in the heat pump sector, and also focus attention on the significant role that this industry plays in technology around modern life and society. And as we all know, refrigeration is at the very heart of modern life. It enables people to travel and live and work comfortably, save lives, and just achieve. So, without too much more, obviously, my name is Darby, and I'm part of the team at EcoChill, and I'd like to introduce you to this fine group of people here. And we'll start with Willy. Could you introduce yourselves?
Good morning. Thank you. My name is Willy. I'm from South Auckland, and I'm trying to do my first year of pre-trade course in aircon refrigeration.
I'm Alex. I'm from Ellerslie, and I'm also doing the pre-trade course at MIT, but I'm also working part-time at White Refrigeration.
My name is Louise, and I'm from Council, and I'm in my second year of apprenticeship.
Hi, Tim. From Waikato, I'm working for XL Refrigeration. Second year as well.
And my name is Peter Murphy. I'm the curriculum lead for refrigeration and air conditioning here at Manukau Institute of Technology. Welcome.
Right, thank you all for coming here early this morning and taking the time to sit with us. I know that you probably weren't expecting to go live streaming on YouTube, but here we are. And so it's not as daunting as you first saw, right? Okay, so look, let's jump into some questions. First of all, perhaps Willy, you could tell us, how did you find out about getting into this trade?
I found out through, I have actually a family member that's kind of in the industry, but he's been doing, they're building all the big cool rooms, and I've noticed that he's been doing a lot of traveling through work, and he kind of suggested, gave me the idea to get into the confederation. So I thought I'll give it a try.
I found out through a bunch of friends who were talking about it throughout school, kind of deciding what trade we were going to do and sitting on university. And this came up quite a few times. So I kind of Googled it, looked at it, saw there was a course there, and yeah, decided to go for it.
My dad was earlier and it was the trades.
So just, I guess for the rest of the audience, you've got a bit of a history in refrigeration from your family's perspective, right?
Yeah.
So your dad's in refrigeration, uncle's in refrigeration, right? So you learned a lot about it from through your dad and your uncle. What about you, Tim?
I found out in my interview work what refrigeration was. I had a background in welding and fabrication. I was looking for an apprenticeship. And when I applied for my training, it turned out to be refrigeration.
You kind of sort of stumbled into it.
Yeah, my old boss kind of said, well, we're not doing fabrication, it's refrigeration, you have to read up on it, but yeah, we'll take you on. So, yeah. Interesting.
Peter, you've got a long history in refrigeration, right?
I have. My mother knew your father and said, have you got something for my boy to do? So years ago, I went to full-on refrigeration, worked there for 12 months, building floorings, as Willy said, and then was offered by Darby to do an apprenticeship, and I've never looked back. So I've done 16 years in refrigeration in the supermarket, trade. And then I went to Carrier Air Conditioning to do another 15, 16 years with Carrier Air Conditioning contracting. And in that time, I've done a bit of sales engineering side of it. And then I came here to give back what I've learned and what I picked up about 6 years ago. And then last year I had a break, went back on the tools, and found the tools quite hard at my age as you get a bit older. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really good to get back to the basics, and I get a lot of satisfaction out of fixing stuff. And then moving on. It's a very lucrative trade and a really enjoyable trade. So, yeah, I'd never ever wish to do something else. Yeah, the opportunities are endless. Besides working on the tools, you know, there's a lot of other avenues you can go down. Yeah.
Well, I guess for me it was a bit of I only had two options. I could either go back to school and try again, or get into pushing a broom around a workshop and hoping to earn a little bit of money that way. So that's my apprenticeship started very much through cleaning up the workshop, tidying up behind people, and once I had been told 15 different ways of how to operate a broom on a concrete floor, I passed the test and sort of progressed from there. But like I say, the opportunities are endless. And once I qualified, I was able to travel with my trade, work overseas. So I worked in Europe for a few years, made a lot of friends while I was working over there too, both Kiwi friends, Australian friends, European connections. Coming back here, working again in the trade before moving into design and project management, eventually starting my own business. Led to here, so yeah, there's no doubt the trade's got huge opportunity in it. It has many branches to it too, so I'm really keen to understand from you guys today choice between refrigeration and HVAC. What made you choose refrigeration over HVAC?
There was a job offer, everything for me. I was looking for a job and was kind of like, they were willing to take me on as a 2-day-a-week sort of like trades assistant, so I was happy to do whatever.
Background, well, fabrication. Quite enjoy working on the bigger industrial side of stuff. A bit more exciting for me, a bit more variety.
A little bit of both.
So when you're doing, when you say you do a little bit of both, which appeals to you more?
I quite like HVAC, but it's got kind of smaller electrical controls and kind of a circuit.
They are similar to just getting my hands dirty and getting that big machine and stuff. Pretty much it.
Sure. So when you think about what you've already learned about this trade so far, what are some of the challenges that you think that we're facing here in the trade?
Finding enough qualified people that are kind of roaming around. Yeah. Sort of being able to come to a place like this and just get a qualification. Kind of lucky on that field.
It doesn't sound like it was something that you knew much about.
No, I didn't know much about this until did some Googling as well, and it was pretty good. It's legit. Seen a lot of people's like just testimonies in it, that's showing that how they get to travel and stuff. And yeah, but before that, I didn't know there was aircon technicians.
Well, when you think about the presence and the role of HVAC&R and everything that we do, whether it's transport or this building that we're sitting in or food, it's just everywhere. And yet, it's just never, doesn't have a profile as such. People don't even recognize it. That's part of one of the purposes of today, World Refrigeration Day, is to try and start to raise the profile of the industry globally so that people know more about it.
So, you know, people who fix everything, they kind of like think it's just on the lid, like it's in the washing machine, dishwasher, stuff like that.
Refrigeration is in the fridge in your picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's as far as they go, I think, isn't it?
I don't think people have an understanding of what's actually out there. Yeah, people who ask what I do and say, oh, fridge apprentice. And they'll say, oh, I see you fix fridges at homes. Yeah, well, there's a lot more to it. It's putting stuff out there. Just getting that awareness out.
I think people, as you said, take it for granted that we have warm houses and we have food in the fridge and we go to the supermarket. No one questions what makes it cold. They just get ice cream that's cold and take it home and make sure it's still cold. But it never enters anyone's head why it's cold. How it was made to be cold in the first place. Yeah. And that's the hardest thing, is getting the awareness. It always has been, because I didn't know before I started. And it was just an introduction, like. Some said he went for an interview and found out what refrigeration sort of was after that. So, interesting.
So as you're going through, for you two particularly in the second year now, you're being exposed to the mechanics of refrigeration, but also all the controls and the different electronics that are involved as well.
There's a lot of big calculations.
Yeah.
Do more next year.
Okay, cool. So far, in this trade, what's the best part for you? What do you like best about HVAC&R so far?
To be honest, the money's good.
That's not a bad thing to acknowledge either, right?
I enjoy going out and sort of working, always traveling to places, going to see many sites, sort of, and the people you're working with, they're like good people, they're helpful, they're funny. It's actually an enjoyable day for me. So yeah, that's what I enjoy about it so far.
It's every day is kind of a bit different.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just a variety of work. One day you could be fabricating, another day you could be doing a bit of electrical. Someone like me gets bored in the workshop after 6 months. It's good to have a bit of variety.
Cool. What about you? I mean, when you think back to those earlier days on the tools, what did you enjoy the most about this trade?
I enjoyed getting out and about, as was said. I'm not stuck in a workshop for a long period of time. A nice vehicle, and at that stage. And I think it was a V6 Holden Ute. Yeah, you just felt really responsible. You got around all over New Zealand, really. The variety is endless. So that's another big plus for me. At that stage. And yeah, there's a great bunch of guys as well. Yeah. Always a good team, as I said. So.
Yeah, I think also for me in those earlier stages of going through my apprenticeship and becoming qualified, what I really appreciated was the amount of support the rest of the team was able to provide. Whether it was somebody at the same level as you who just bounced ideas off of, or whether it was somebody more senior like Peter in the company I used to work for. There was always a senior guy who had the skills and capabilities for the knowledge, just that knowledge of the site, so you could ring up at what time and say, hey, I'm stuck on this site, this thing's happening, and 9 times out of 10, wouldn't necessarily give you the answer, they would point you down the right path so you could work that yourself. Always great support. So when you think about yourselves in this industry, what other ideas can you think of that might attract other young people into this trade and make it something that's more visible and more interesting?
I think definitely traveling with it. I don't really know about it.
People just don't know about it. So I feel there's a trade that if people knew about it, it would be just enticing straight away. I feel like it's going to be a bit more sort of push to say, look at this trade, it's important, it's everywhere. and there's endless jobs.
Yeah, I agree. Just we advertise more because, like you said, it just got announced that was licensed. Yeah, Germany there should be pushed more, get more experience about this industry because it gives you good opportunities and like probably for young people like to travel as well. If you're getting paid to travel and work, then why not?
Yeah, that's right.
Right. It's difficult going an apprenticeship, but once you're out of your time, if you've got the experience, stay paid for good money. Yeah. And it's like that all over the world. Get paid.
So the theme for World Refrigeration Day this year is diversity. So diversity of applications, people, careers, location, technology, science, it's all about diversity and innovation. So we know that diversity of people is a challenge in this industry, right? And that's evident again here today by Louise being the only female in the industry for this. So how do you think we can change that? Yeah, more girls.
Just get the word out there. Yeah. If that's something that females are interested in, it's all right. Go. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do think there's a bit of a mindset still, especially for the guys. There's a lot of guys trading, it's just breaking through that barrier.
Us is good for girls because I think they're more capable than us women.
Yeah, totally true.
I think with all the safety stuff is like good for girls as well. You don't realize like right after you left a whole bunch of shit. Oh.
So the increase in health and safety around, safe work practices and things like that means that it's evenly balanced. Or?
It's like this, is it
Right.
This physical of the trades.
no, not like, as in, I mean like, now they're training and stuff into rules and stuff, whereas before they just didn't work.
Yeah, that's changed big time, isn't it? So the culture, which is good for ourselves as well. Talking back before about how to get it out there, you're the younger generation. Do you think social media is the way to go? More stuff?
I think it's people, like,
And from schools?
But I feel like I never wasn't doing this.
Why? What stopped you? When you say you feel like you never listened, was that were you just rebelling or?
It's just kind of, you kind of were already kind of sealed. I think once she came in, she talked about don't go to uni because it's like way too much to grow, and that was good for her.
So if you were going to walk back into your old school today, what would you be saying to people who are wondering what they were going to do next?
You need to find an idea. You need to build up an idea of what you're going to do before you leave school, even in the last year, because it makes it so much easier to transition out.
You need to start at the basics and think more of a hands-on person. Take a base sitting in a computer or something like that. Go from there. If you decide you're hands-on, look into what trades are out there. Schools will have a careers advisor. Try to get news to them as well, and how more people know about refrigeration as a job. So that could be another way it goes. career advisors.
And as well, at school, they push uni quite a lot, because it pushes up the margin more than the
Because personally at my school, it was always everyone has to get uni entrance, everyone's already aimed to go to uni. They never said much about trades. So if we wanted to go find out what trades, like we had to go to the careers advisor, or we had to do our own sort of looking around, which I felt was kind of stupid because a lot of the people that were at my school were definitely not sort of like uni-based people. They're more hands-on people. They're going to start working, just going to put themselves in uni and just going to waste time there. So they're going straight into a trade, getting the qualifications, earning money, not being in debt, just like living their life without debt. It's just not really pushed at some schools. It's just a bit off.
So when you talk about raising that awareness at a school level, think back to from a diversity point of view, right? We want to. So we've got two challenges. Not only we're trying to attract young people, but we're trying to attract young people from both sides. Male, female, doesn't matter what their background is, what their religion is, or anything like that. If that's a challenge in itself, still attracting that range of diversity, is that still going to be an ongoing thing at a school level as well, do you think?
It's hard to say, but they're still going to put out, if they were to put out information about the trades, it would be to everyone. It wouldn't be just like good people, I wouldn't believe.
I'm talking to the person behind the camera there, Megan, did you have a question there?
I was just going to say, do you think that trades are seen as a thing for dumb people? Do dumb people go to trades? Is that how it's seen at school?
We just like learn about people.
Yeah. I think there's a bit of a thing about people dropping out early. Yeah. For trades.
Especially dropping out from school early.
Yeah. I think a lot of the more academic people see it as a see someone dropping out as a bit more stupid. People are just completely off trade. But it's not really that way, is it? They're just sitting up the future earlier.
Yeah, because I have some friends that sort of I tell them about what I'm doing. They kind of look at me because they're at uni and doing all this like boys and stuff, and I'm just kind of they kind of look at me like, oh, you're just becoming an engineer of like refrigeration. I'm like, okay, well, I'm all good at that. I'm glad you're qualified with that. And so I'm kind of they kind of look at us and go, oh, it's just a trade. But I don't think it should be that.
At one stage, I was working in a high-rise building, and somehow it let slip to a lawyer's firm that, well, I was being paid was actually more than some of the lawyers. So it's absolutely what people believe is not the reality. Yeah, so that's quite interesting. I've been to schools as well to talk about refrigeration. There is a reluctance for schools to even let you talk. And some of the students, they sort of segregate to these guys are the naughty ones, come and talk to them, you know. So, yeah, there is a reluctance, and as we said before, they want to push the academic rate of the school rather than look at the reality of what's available. So one, you've got refrigeration now, and really it's one of the trades not talked about a lot, and then two is just talking about trades full stop in schools. And there was an article on the news this morning for the building trade, and it was exactly that trying to get the stereotype changed. Across trades versus university. That's quite interesting, because years ago when I started, it wasn't, it was sort of 50-50. Yeah.
Not just schools, but parents as well. My dad is an engineer, and he always supported me and said, if you want to do a trade, go do it. That was his big regret. Whereas with my mum, it was academics, go to uni, get a job, a student loan, break off the debt. And so it was a bit more difficult with her trying to get into the trade until I finally got into it and showed her it's not that bad. So yeah, I think the appearance is another one.
So when you look forwards into the future for you, and it's early days obviously, where do you see yourselves in this trade in say the next 15 years?
Hopefully qualifying and traveling, yeah, making money, enjoying us out there. So I hope.
Be like people.
Yeah, I guess the pathway is there are heaps of forks in the road, right? And it's what I've also learned is that from your mum's perspective, that when they're getting the trade qualification now, it doesn't mean you've opted out from never going to university. The ability to run through the trade for a few years and then go back to uni and get a qualification, certification in engineering.
And to be honest, if you had a trade and then you got a degree, it'd be a lot easier than going and getting a degree right off the bat. Got the hands-on knowledge, got the knowledge of what works in theory to what works in real life.
And some companies pay for that too, to get their guys qualified further, to be in the office, to do sales engineering, project management, etc. And as you said, you've got that practical know-how, which a lot of the theory type people can design something, but it actually doesn't work in the real world. And you can see that straight away, so it's a good plus.
So when you are out in the field doing work at the moment, and you're looking at like established and traditional refrigeration, your eyes are still really unclouded. The opportunities to do things differently, or you might see something and go, "Wow, why do we do it like that?" Are there things that you are seeing at the moment that you can imagine will be very different in the future?
Personally, for me, trying to get sites to upgrade equipment.
Yeah, flogging the old machinery.
Yeah, we're sitting here that's 40, 50 years old, and just be nice if they could rip it out, start fresh. All redundant stuff. It's not really that useful.
Robotic rooms.
You can't do that.
This little robot that
We do a lot of work in the supermarket refrigeration, and it always amazes me that to get to the bottom of the cabinet where the evaporator fan motors are and the coilers and the drainers and all the valves, we have to unload everything, right? So there's half an hour's worth of work to get to the drain. Why isn't there a little hatch you can open in front of the cabinet to get to all of that stuff? So things like that sometimes you were talking before about serviceability and the knowledge. So it's great. Okay, so I've got thumbs up. So welcome back. We've probably missed out on the best part of the conversation by far, but never mind. You're back now for the wrap up. So we've been talking about technology. We've talked about diversity, and we're just keen to understand from you guys just before we wrap up. Did you have any questions for either Peter or I on refrigeration? We'll just stick to refrigeration.
Do you see this staying around? Is it going to be like a yearly thing, or is it just going to?
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's really important. That's one of the ways that we can see the profile for the trade being raised. Sure, it's not going to mean much to people outside of the industry, but eventually any kind of profile base is good.
One thing we should touch on is how people can actually get into the trade. Talk about how to get the word out there that it is a trade, but how did they actually start?
It's very good to compete and see what
Competence? Yes, so they can go, they can look up competence or ATNZ New Zealand, and go through that way. They have a lot of.
partnership from Auckland.
Or they can just go to any refrigeration company and have a chat to the service manager or the manager or any one of those companies. Someone's always willing to share their knowledge and help them out, in most cases. Or come to the local polytech, in this case it's MIT that does refrigeration, North Island and New Zealand anyway. So any of those people can be always open to having a talk about it. Or just Google refrigeration courses in New Zealand. There's also HiRace. HiRace is our national institute body. And they're based in Auckland, and they've got all the information you need on there if you need to talk to them, so you can look them up as well. So that's the question. Willy, did you
I just reckon that refrigeration needs to be pushed out more, especially in schools and that. There's more exposure to saying, like, it's a good trend. To be honest.
Well, thank you very much to all of you. I really appreciate the time taken, and Peter for hosting us here this morning.
Thank you, Matt.
We also want to just say a big thank you to Stephen Gill, who's the founder of World Refrigeration Day. It's gone to a huge amount of effort in the last 12 months to make today what it is. So I thought we all just, if you can just hold up the World Refrigeration Day banner there in acknowledgement of Stephen, and yeah, happy World Refrigeration Day 2019.
Thanks, Stephen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lee.